Sandro Diamante with the ball on a string and Diamante!
Welcome back to All Out West. This week you are joining Wallace and myself for a special off-the-pitch episode with new Western United manager, 55-time capped Socceroo, and the man who sent us to the 2006 World Cup. Who we got?
It's John Aloisi. How you going today, mate?
Yeah, very well, thanks. It's good to be on. Thanks for having me on.
Welcome to the club. And I guess we'll start with like a real easy one. Is what basically attracted you becoming the manager of Western United?
Look, the club's ambitions. You know, they've shown that they are an ambitious club, and so am I as a manager, as a coach. You know, I want to do well. And also, you know, that to help and be you know, within the club that's trying to build still, you know, where there's the foundation that's being put in place for the first 2 seasons, but to be part of a building process is exciting as well for not only myself but everyone within the club, and to be part of that and is exciting. I think it's you know, exciting times. I've been you know, involved in a few A-League clubs, so I can see, you know, how they're run and what it consists of, and to help, you know, that building process is exciting for me and for the club.
What inspires you on and off the field?
Look, I love the game. I'm passionate about the game. You know, I love to, you know, be involved in football. That's what I've been involved in my whole life. You know, since I was a kid, and then, you know, fortunately I had a career that spanned over quite a few years that I was able to play the game at a professional level. And then, you know, coaching is something that I enjoy doing. You know, I like competing, you know, in whatever I do. And so that's also important to have that in your nature. And that's what really inspires me, is that, you know, I love being around the group. I you know, and I want to actually, you know, see the team improve and grow, and the club grow as well. That inspires me. And, you know, and off the field is, you know, I'm no different. I've got a family, and, you know, and I love being around them as often as I can. It's a little bit less so when you're coaching. But you know that you know, I think it's the same sort of values that you carry from your family life into your professional environment, and that's what I enjoy a lot as well.
I completely agree with that. So for the West United fans that may not know you as well, or your managerial career, are you able to just briefly touch on your managerial background and just sort of what you're bringing to the club?
Yeah, look, I started my managerial career at Melbourne Heart, which was a good experience for me. Not so much in terms of results, but, you know, in terms of what you know, my first step into the coaching caper, which is different to playing, and I took a lot out of it, because sometimes you learn a lot more when you're not doing as well or not as successful on the pitch in terms of results. And then I went to Brisbane Roar and spent 3.5 years there. The first 2 seasons we were 1 game away from the grand final. The first season we should have won the Premier's Plate. The third season we finished in the finals, and then the 4th season I ended up leaving. But you know, a great experience as well. And you know, the way I like to play my football is, you know, attacking brand of football. And I think that we have got players here that can play that way, and, you know, try and dominate the opposition with the ball, but also without the ball, where we make sure that we're very compact. And, you know, with the players we've got, the exciting young players, but also experienced players, I think we can play that attractive brand of football that I like to play.
Nice. Now, onto the pitch. What is your football philosophy? Essentially, what brand of football do you think do you want to imprint on the team?
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's more that attacking brand, and that you know, I don't like to just keep possession for possession's sake. It's to shift the opposition when we've got the ball, to make sure that we can beat lines and play through the midfield. And then, you know, with your fast players up top, you know, you can actually hurt teams, you know. So, you know, to play that way, you do need, you know, brave players, and, you know, the players to play without fear. But that way they play like that if they understand their movements and their structure. And so, you know, we work on that a lot in pre-season, especially, and through our training sessions. And then, you know, we try and regain the ball back as quick as possible. But, you know, that's not always possible when you're out of shape. So, then you have to make sure that you're defensively organized. So, it is that attacking brand, but it's also not just doing it, for the sake of doing it. There's a reasoning behind it.
No, that makes complete sense. So you're able to help imprint that brand on brand.
I think we may have lost it.
Yeah.
Kelsey, can you repeat that? You just cut out a bit.
I apologize for that.
That's all right.
So we can so you're able to adapt that philosophy that you want to bring onto the team. Is there any area of the team you're looking to improve upon to help facilitate this?
Yeah, they're definitely. We're a few players short at the moment. We've got a good base. We've got a lot of good players that have been here, and then we've signed a few. We're still wanting to sign another central defender, another midfielder, and also, 2 more attacking players. And most of all, we feel that we can get a really good striker that can score goals as well. So, it's mainly that spine of the team, but we've got good players around that. You see with our fullbacks, they're attack-minded as well, but, they also can defend. Our wider players going forward are quick and mobile, which is really important. And we've got some good midfielders already at the football club. So we just want to add to it and add that they need to actually fit the way, the team is virtually already being organised.
Wicked. What are your expectations for the season, like results and performance-wise from the team?
Your expectations before the season starts should always be the same, and that's to really be competitive. That by the end of the season, you want to be there challenging, and but there is a process to that. So the goal should always be that we want to win, but so do a lot of other teams. So we have to make sure that we actually work on those, our game as a whole, enjoy the process, enjoy, the way that the preseason ends up panning out. And that way there, come the end of the season with the players that we believe we're going to get in, with the current squad, that we will be there competitive and trying to win the major trophy at the end of the season.
Yeah, just touching on the squad there, the one thing we were speaking about prior to this, and we've known you for, is that you're very passionate about your players and you're always willing to support and defend them. How do you feel this relates to the relationship you have with your players?
Yeah, that's a good question. I defend my players, especially out in the public domain, because that it's they're like family. We're like family. The club is should be all one big family. And so if someone attacks your family member, you defend them. But if they've done something wrong, and it can be different things, the not having such a good game for whatever reason, or making a mistake that they normally should not make. If someone makes an error but they're trying to do the right things, I don't get angry about it. But if they're doing the wrong things in terms of our structure, or not putting in the effort, I'll protect them. But then behind closed doors, I'll tell them why that wasn't good enough. So, it's just like any family member. You will have your discussions with them, but it's mainly in private, in-house, and that's the way that we will do things. But, it's important to have that relationship. They understand, where we are in a group environment, and, that we will respect each other, and we're all here together to actually achieve something together. So that's important for me as well.
Wicked. What is your philosophy to coach a team that plays multiple venues?
Yeah, look, but we don't want to complain about anything. We don't want to be in. At the moment, we know that we're in a position that we haven't got our own venue. I know that talking to the club and the discussions, with the club, that will be happening soon. That they'll be starting our stadium, and that's a real positive. And so eventually we'll have our stadium, and then we can actually create a fortress at our home ground. At the moment, it's not like that. There'll be a few different venues that we'll have to play at. But again, we just make sure that we're prepared, and make sure that we don't use it as an excuse. And we hope that we can bring as many fans as possible, even though it's not our home stadium just yet. And so it's important that the players understand that as a group, we don't want to make any excuses. We want to make sure that we do our best whatever situation, because as you know, COVID can also throw up a few curveballs. So we have to adapt to the situation, whether it's COVID, whether it's playing at different venues, and make sure that we do our best.
Nice. That makes sense. It's really throwing up curveballs at the moment with COVID.
It's definitely interesting. Have you heard that NPL New South Wales has cancelled the competition for the rest of
this season? I've heard that. Yeah, it's upsetting, but I understand, the situation they're in as well. I feel for the younger players, especially, coming through, that they're not able to play as many games as they would like or they need to develop as footballers. So it's that can be an issue, but at the moment it's a difficult situation for everyone. We want to try and get it right. We want to make sure that we're doing the right things, keeping everyone safe, and hopefully our season can start on time with fans there, because that's one of the best things about the game, is having fans at the stadium and enjoying playing in front of your home fans, or against going to opposition stadiums and playing in front of their fans.
Nothing like a good away day. There really isn't if you get a nice win.
100%.
Brilliant.
Sorry, another one off the script, but we'd like to do is, what is your pre-game ritual? Do you have like a bit of a mantra or a process?
Maybe more as a player. I had a little bit more, that I used to try and do the same things, wake up at the same time, maybe go for the same walk that I would if we're playing at home, maybe the same, breakfast. Or as a coach, it's not so much like that. You make sure that you're prepared and the preparation is there. But you also, as a coach, you have to expect the unexpected, because a lot of things can happen, whether it's game day, whether it's during the game, post game, during the week. So I haven't really got a ritual that you try and keep the pre-match meals the same for the players. You try and keep those routines, the pre-match talk, the same in terms of the hour that you do it, how long before the game. Those things there, you try and make it as as much of a routine as possible, but that's more for the players than for the coaches.
Okay.
I just wanted to touch quickly on us as the actual fans. Now, we always have, expectations on you as the manager and the players. But, I've always viewed it as a two-way street. Like, we help you, you help us. So I just wanted to know if there was anything you wanted to pass on to us, the actual fans, for the next season, anything you'd like to see or hear from us as fans.
Yeah, look, I think the most important thing is as a club and as a team, we have to make sure that we're giving everything possible and working as hard as possible to bring the club results, and the fans, more importantly, if they see that, then I know that the fans will support. And you guys will support the team, because there's sometimes that you're just unlucky, you didn't get the result that you needed or you wanted, but as long as the fans see that you're trying your best, and that's the same going the other way. If we see the fans are there supporting us through difficult times, because we will have difficult times, that's important, because the fans can give the players a massive lift. And sometimes we don't always come out and express our gratitude to the fans, but the fans play a massive part. And so if the fans are there supporting and coming to most games that they can make it to, and getting behind the team, that's all we can ask for. That's the most important, and we know that will happen, and we will try and make it even more enjoyable for you guys by winning football games and playing the football that you'd like to see.
That's great. We'd like to thank you for your time today, and we can't wait to see the squad in action.
No, thanks again. Thanks for having me on, and look forward to finally meeting all the fans, and hopefully, we start playing some games soon that everyone can come along and watch.
Fingers crossed, and come past Active, because we'll be there drinking beers.
I probably won't be drinking beers with you, but maybe another time I might be able to have some beers with you.
Sounds great.
Sounds lovely.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Kellsy, how good was that interview with John? Just giving his time there, and what were your highlights of the conversation?
I really enjoyed that he thought about each answer before actually giving it to us. I know that sounds a bit weird, but he actually considered every question and he actually answered them all quite candidly. I thought, like, how often does a manager actually tell you about exactly what spots of the team they want to improve?
Yeah, none. And he also seems really ready to engage with fans. Yeah, I'm keen. Like, I'm really excited to see what the season's going to bring for us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check us out online. Yada, yada, yada. All West, aren't we?
All West, aren't we?